Hi, my name is Mark, and I'm here to show you a little bit, hopefully, how to make something nice, scary scarecrow for your garden or your Halloween display. Even go in your front porch if you'd like. This guy I made out of some pool noodles, two pool noodles I got from the dollar store, a hat that I had, and we bought some clothes from Goodwill, a recycle shop here. It's actually not Goodwill, but a recycle shop, and a bit of PVC pipe. And all together, it cost about $20 to make this. And so we're gonna go through. I'm gonna go through it step by step and show you how it's done. Okay, you can see here the pieces that I bought from the hardware store and a couple other things. To make this, I got some joints, PVC joints. I bought two 90 degrees and two 135 degree joints, plus a T-joint to use at the top. I actually have this longer, larger PVC pipe from a previous project, so I'm going to use that as the main base. And then I bought some 2 centimeter pipe, which I'll use for the shoulders and arms. The pool noodles we're going to cut up and try to make some creepy hands. I've cut some of my PVC pipe, and I made what is going to be our shoulders here. And I put the coat on it earlier. It might be just a little bit long for right now. The shoulders are a little bit too wide, but better to be bigger than you need than smaller, because we can always cut it more. Now we're going to put these 90-degree joints down on the other side here. Again, I'm just going to randomly go ahead and make my forearms about the same size as the upper arms. So I'll go ahead, cut that here. All right, and I'm going to attach that there. And basically, after, you can decide if you want them to, how you want the arms to sort of come out at you. But that's it. You can kind of have one a little higher, one a little lower. Again, you can rotate these. You want it to come down more, out. So, all right, got our foam wig stand. I'm going to want to put this on top. I like, again, the foam wig stand because it's just going to give me something good to put a hat on that I don't have to fashion or make myself. I'm going to go ahead and drill a couple holes in the sides, and as you can see, it's actually hollow in the bottom, so that works out great. Yeah, so this is just not any really big deal. I'm just going to drill. Go ahead and take this T-joint, these pieces out of the T-joint here, put it inside, and then we're going to slide these pipes through here, hopefully. And I kind of like it tight, but it seems a little tighter than I'd like. There we go. And then I'm going to put that into my, kind of see, hopefully, you can put that into my T-joint there. Now do the same on the other side, and there you go, done. All right, so now I've got this here. It's a little, tighter the better, I guess, so it doesn't shift as much, but that's that. Put it on top. Okay, so I'm getting ready to show you what I did here. And this is basically the look I'm kind of going for, something just long and sort of scary or whatever. Cut my pool noodle in 4 and ran a wire through it before I cut it. Sorry, ran wires through it, cut it in 4, and then I burned it used a candle to slowly burn the foam here, and just in no real big plan. I just kind of want it to look creepy like that, and then we're going to paint it afterwards. But let me show you quickly the foam. What I did with my pool noodle here is I drew it into quarters here, and I drew lines down the side so I know where to slit it and keep it straight. I'm going to use this wire, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this wire into clip this wire. It's pretty sturdy. I want to put this wire into the foam, going down, as you can see, kind of like, you know, I want it to go down the foam, down the center of this piece. And then in the end, the reason you have that wire in there is so that we can kind of move the fingers around and shape them if we want. I try to keep it kind of into the light so I can see the wire go down. It doesn't really matter whether you're centered or not. We're going to melt this onto it, but in general we just want the wire to be inside. So that worked out pretty well, and I made one slightly shorter just so that we could, you know, be more like a thumb in our grabbing situation here. And then slid it all the way down, and then we're going to melt it. All right, hands are done, and you can see we can kind of like position them a little bit. It's going to be something like this. Anyway, you get the idea. Next step is to paint the hands. I painted the hands, and originally when I bought that pool noodle, I was looking for green, thinking that was going to be better. They didn't have green, so I bought the yellow. I was going to paint it with a few other colors, but just kind of noticed that the paint didn't really take very well onto the foam, which was okay. And using the yellow I think was good. It's going to give some different light colors there, so that when, you know, I'm going to use this at night in a darker scene, we kind of want some lighter colors so that it, you know, catches the light. If it was all black, for example, you wouldn't be able to see it at night. So I put a pair of pants on there, little old pants. They're kind of dirty, but I didn't want to actually cut them up because I might use them again later for whatever, outdoor work or painting. Anyway, what did have this shirt, this inside shirt here, it was actually a little too small for the look, so I ended up cutting the back of it off, and then I just cut the back off and frayed it a little bit and pinned it inside the front. Seems to work. Put a little black old t-shirt I had underneath, and that's what I pinned the pants to. And so it sits kind of like that. That's it. And then we had this Harry Potter sorting hat that I bought for a couple years ago when we did Harry Potter, and I just kind of bent it up a little bit, and I think that's gonna work. Okay, you can see here another thing I did was on the shirt, because we don't need it, I have a jacket. What I did is I cut the sleeves off. This is actually the bottom of the sleeve here, the cuff. I cut the sleeves off of the shirt, and I then frayed it, kind of turned it around like this so that it's going to stick out of the jacket. So when we pull if I pull the jacket down, the shirt just kind of sticks out. It gives a little frayed look. It's pretty good. Something like that'll work. That way, in case your shirt isn't the right size, just cut it up. You don't need it. Is done that way. I just had I put a stake in the ground, left about 1.5 feet up out of the ground, and just slid the PVC pipe right over that, and he stands pretty good, does all right in the wind. This is just for now. I'll probably try to get him a little bit more sturdy for Halloween night. But all in all, a really good prop. I'm happy with it. This will be my first year with this guy, and I think he's gonna look great in the garden. I think he's gonna be scary enough for some people, and still interesting and entertaining. Hope you guys are able to make something like this. If you have any questions about this, or want to know more about how anything was done, please leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. If you make something, anything even similar to this, I would love to see it. So please, yes, let me know. I'd love to hear from you. You guys have a wonderful holiday and a very happy Halloween.